Alright, well, I may as well start the stream given that the fucking Windows updates are going off nonstop and bleeding through audio anyways. Hi everybody, how you doing? Welcome back to... Oh, that's the wrong... I didn't realize that was... Man, that's my green screen setup. Man. I accidentally clicked onto... I didn't realize that my mouse wasn't over where the game was. I accidentally clicked onto a scene in OBS that I had set up for my Winnie the Pooh streams back in Christmas 2020. I think is when I did those. Those are wild streams. I want to do something like that again. I want to get ambitious with streams again. That'd be a lot of fun. It was like green screen stuff. I had a green screen setup navigating Windows 11. I'm refusing to go to Windows 11. I have stayed on Windows 10. I'm not doing it. I feel like I just did Windows 10. Why are we on to 11? What are the benefits? What is the actual benefit? Because it seems like bullshit to me. Okay. Lockpicking kit and sleeping mask. That's pretty good. We're gonna have... Okay, so we're gonna have some pretty easy... We're gonna be getting a lot of extra steps today. And we don't need as many keys. That's a pretty good sign. Hi Merc, hi Alora, how are you guys doing? Sorry, in my head I'm trying to figure out what I want my goals to be. So I mean, we've got kind of constant get the other 3 Sanctum keys is going on. So if I ever get a chance to pull the closed exhibit in a way where I would be able to get around to its backside, I'm gonna do that. If I ever get vault keys, like vault keys are just a thing I gotta do. What did I think the last one was? Vault, King on his Throne. Oh, the Last Door of 8, Mechanarium. Right. If I ever get Chamber of Mirrors, that's gonna make it a particularly good time to try to do the Mechanarium run. Return to the Winnie the Pooh stream. It genuinely might just be doing Winnie the Pooh again. Like genuinely, like going back, bringing back Winnie might not be a bad idea. Other things I had. Oh man, where were we getting? Where were the other rooms? Oh, that's right. From A New Clue. Corner case rooms. Oh no. Oh, I didn't write down what the other corner case rooms were. I've checked the Nook and the pantry. It wasn't library. Well, it's going to be corner rooms. So I guess just anytime I open a corner room, I'll check those. Because I have a feeling it's going to be somewhere over here, but I should just check the other rooms. They were all common rooms. Office was one? I think office was one. Don't need shrine. Don't need schoolhouse. I guess we do tool shed. I guess I could try to ace the school. I could try to ace the test again. I don't know what that would get me though. But like I think I am interested in pursuing other things. Oh, the other thing too. I believe I should go ahead and check this just while I'm here. What did the notes say? This tunnel area down here. How did that test go? I got an 85%, I think, the first time I took it. And I was getting 100% in a lot of categories. It was the history stuff where it was like, I didn't have the final books for the library yet. So there was a lot of information about the eras and stuff that I just didn't know yet. Yeah. Branch tomorrow. The site was sealed and arming, however, will be packed up and transported to the original access tunnel for long-term storage. Okay, I think I just need to place a bunch of tunnels at some point and then come down here, and I bet that stuff will clear out if I do that. That's my assumption. I don't know what that'll get me, but that's my assumption. Those last few were hard. Yeah. I was pretty happy with, you know, I aced the math, and I think I answered all the questions with like 8 minutes to spare or something too. So I have a pretty good feeling about my ability to eventually do it. Just pull storeroom, why not? Man, I'm getting a lot of not great rooms. Hallway, get a key. Is it worth pulling library just to be able to get the clue again? Was library one of the rooms? I don't think it was. I think it was office. It wasn't bedroom either. Tunnel. No. We've done pantry. Den is a good thing to pull here. Now, so I think I can get a maximum of 8 tunnels pulled in one run. Nook was one of the rooms. No, Nook is the one that I already checked. I had Nook and pantry. Those were the 2 that I had checked. I should pull Nook, though. Just get those keys. But it was this that I got, yeah, beside. Get closet out of here. How's everybody doing? Anything exciting happen in anybody's life? I guess let's pull library again. I can check it. Maybe it'll have the stuff I want. And I'll take that key. Okay, yeah. So he doesn't have anything. I guess I should go ahead and just pull a new clue again so I'll have a chance to get it next time. Keycard gets you a key for that one sanctum, the vault room key. Oh, if I go to the trading post. Right? Or should I do... I actually don't know if I've read The Curse of Blackbridge. Let's go ahead and do that. I think I might not have actually read that one yet. Let's go ahead and order that. I don't know if I'm ready to look at a new clue again yet. Casino. I know that there's definitely gonna be shit in the casino. I don't need to go in there yet. Let's backtrack. Pull from other rooms. Key for that one sanctum. I'm worried I'm not fully understanding what you're trying to tell me, Merc. A key for that one sanctum key. Are you just saying, like, it'll get me more vault keys to try and make a run at just pull dining room. Just give me more vault keys for trying to get the sanctum key that's in the vault. It's a way to get that key that's otherwise hard to get. There's multiple keys though, right? Unless I've already pulled enough keys. Let's do conservatory. It's interesting. Conservatory can only be in a corner. I didn't realize that. Okay. Frankly, I should just make the closet fucking rare, right? There's like 5. Sanctum's always the last. That makes sense. So I've done 2 vault keys. Fuck closet. I hate the closet. Dormitory. I mean, do I ever need the dormitory? So far, it hasn't been particularly interesting. Same with the mage chamber. Do I ever need the mage chamber? It's already pretty rare. I need the dormitory at some point. Maybe I leave the rest alone. I'm just happy to get the closet out of here because the closet. There's something big in the dorm. I've missed it constantly. Do I have a key card? I do. I'm gonna make these doors common as hell. Something big in the dorm. Okay. Well, I'll need to. Is it something I can solve, or is it later? Or maybe you don't need to tell me. Don't tell me if it's gonna ruin things for me. I'm very curious about that because I've gone in there a couple times. I know that it gave me some information about Costa Rica just from kind of like looking at the stuff he had on the wall. Interesting. Well, terminal access. I think I should just go ahead and access the laboratory and just try to get an experiment going. Starting this off early on is, I think, good. Chances to increase my allowance or something. Well, I don't really like these that much. Why would I want extra aquariums? Is it just for the color combo, or would getting multiple aquariums... Is it going to be like a classroom situation? They count as every room? Okay. See, that's what I know. Okay, so here's the thing. We've not had a puzzle so far where it's been like... We haven't had a puzzle that has relied on... us pulling certain rooms. Okay, here's the thing. The laundry room as well. I've never found anything in the laundry room. Why don't we go ahead and just fucking pull it, just to see. It lets me change my stuff around. But I feel like this thing has to be... Oh, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. That's what it is. I have to power this room. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have gems out the ass, dude. I don't need money for anything, but don't let it ever be said that I don't have the gems for everything I want. So, okay. I have now clocked that I need to do boiler room again to set the laundromat off of it. To do something. I don't know what, but to do something. I have not cleaned out the showroom. I need to do that at some point, but I have not done it yet. I haven't had a run where I've had enough money for that. Man, There was one run where I found 2 vault keys in chests in one go. That made me so happy, but then I never pulled the vault. So I put one of the vault keys in the coat check, and I eventually got to use it. But, like, bums me out that I lost a, really bums me out that I lost a vault key. I would kill to have another one down. Man, they're not giving me any of the stuff I want, really. Man, what are we doing? Oh, I should have redrawn. Oh well. Not having... Was the kitchen one of the rooms? I don't still have the power hammer. I have a regular hammer on me right now. I don't think the kitchen was one of the rooms I needed. I would need to make a power hammer again. I can pet the dog. I got this one correct. I did. I feel like there probably will be something special in this room at some point. I just don't know what. Pet the dog every time it RNG will cure you? What does that mean? Man, I don't know what the other corner rooms are. Oh, RNG will curse me if I don't pet the dog. I mean, I will always pet the dog. Like, rest assured, I'm always going to be petting that dog. I didn't pull tunnel at all. It's annoying. Okay. Pantry lets me keep going. Hands damp and messing up autocorrect. My favorite Eminem lyric. This is what I got. The pantry and the nook were the 2 that I've already gotten. It's not the boudoir or the commissary. I've completed the drafting studio at this point, correct? Yeah, they're all done. I guess I don't know if there's more stuff here or not. Let's do the break room. We need to solve more of these anyways. And now we can guarantee we get a key card tomorrow too. So far I'm not drawing any of the shit that I want. Now, this is a new rule. I'm assuming this means only a third. So this would be 5. Okay. a third of 20 times 3 is going to be 20. A third of 15 times 3 is going to be 15. Okay. Fascinating. I wonder how many of these I've done at this point. You said there's something huge in the dormitory. The observatory lets me keep going, though. And I don't know if I can actually solve what's in the dormitory. Or if I will be able to recognize what's there. Observatory is always nice. And it lets me keep going. How'd I get 32 gems? I went to the laundromat. I traded all my starting money for gems. Basically. I don't know if it was smart, but it's nice to just know that I can draft any room I want, basically. Oh, you're driving. Oh, I'm glad you drove safely instead of risking it for the stream. So, I think observatory just to keep going. Dormitory, I will probably get another chance to draw it on this run. Okay. Not particularly helpful, but it got my star count up. I'm just not pulling any of the stuff I want to be pulling. Okay, the Rotunda's not bad. Great Hall lets me keep going. I don't think I get a lot of... I don't really get a benefit from doing the Rotunda right now. So let's do this. Super cool, good strat. Oh, there's the back of the... I always love when I hit the back of the foundation and get reminded that, like, that's what that thing does. Damn. It's too bad I blocked off. I wonder if going to my bedroom again would be good. Actually. I haven't gone there in a very long time now. Alright, well... Vestibule lets me just keep going. Okay, office. There's a clue in here. One of the lowercase clues. This is one of the rooms. West. So it's going to be beside Westbridge. Which, you know, that's the Westgate path, so that's basically just confirms that we are on to the right we're on to the right what does running payroll mean? I genuinely don't understand that. This is actually a good spot to pull Rotunda. Actually. Mmm. Gym. Throw gym here. And I can avoid going in there. Let's rotate twice, and then I can open the other two doors. I wonder if there's something else special I can do here. This has nothing to do with the sundial thing. No. Okay. God, I would fucking adore... Darkroom's pretty good. It lets me draw in both places. Another passageway isn't bad. What does raising luck mean? Probably just how often items show up. Oh, son of a bitch. Look at that. Hang on. CXET. So, okay, we're looking at this. And that's going to be... Googled run payroll, and I know what it means, but it's potentially spoilers for you. Fascinating. Okay, don't tell me then. Just a little thing that happens? Interesting. And it's unclear if it's something I already know about or not. I feel like... and I don't know if I ever got an answer to that question and I've just forgotten. Just do that. You feel a little luckier. What does that mean? What does feeling luckier mean? I'd run payroll before, but I simply cannot remember if I got an answer about what running payroll actually did. Because spreading gold throughout the estate, that, like, I know the tangible benefit of doing that. I've run payroll before. I don't know what it does. It's possible that I knew and have forgotten. Unusual room. What's that? Laboratory. Okay. Laboratory is not one of the rooms, is it? Was laboratory one of the corner cases? Probably not. Battery. Okay. If I draw the workshop, it might have the broken lever in it, and I might be able to make the power hammer. Redraw so I can keep going. Oh, that kills me. There's the closed exhibit, but I can't do what I want to do. Its back is going to be somewhere I can't reach. Yeah, it's not worth doing closed exhibit. I mean, it'll let me keep going. So what it does is it'll let me keep going. So maybe it's worth doing it for that on its own. But the greenhouse... What does the greenhouse do? The greenhouse has a broken lever in it, but... Just want to redo chess puzzle? I don't think I do. I think I want to keep the knight currently. I don't think I get anything from her ladyship's chamber. I feel like there's more in greenhouse that I haven't done. But I don't know if it's worth it. You know? I don't know if it's something I can actually do. I can also redraw again. I have fully drained the reservoir, but I've filled it back up to the bunker. It's not fully drained right now. Why? What's going on? What are you thinking? I did find the stuff at the bottom. I got all of the... I opened all the chests at the bottom, if that's what you mean by finding the stuff at the bottom. So I got the Sanctum Key, and I got the allowance. I'm pretty sure we opened literally every chest. I haven't looked at the greenhouse for a very long time. That's the stuff. Why are we asking? What's going on? I have 60 steps. That's nuts. What's going through your head right now? What are we thinking about? Does this have to do with which room I draft right now? Does whether or not I should draft the greenhouse depend on that? Things you might not have done? Nah. Okay. I say close exhibits so we can keep playing, basically. Metal detector. Here's the thing: if I can pull, if I can pull. If I can pull workshop, I can make another power hammer, which I guess I don't know what I would do with it. I don't currently have anywhere I'm really thinking about hitting. West Wing Hall's pretty good. I think there are 2 more places that I can smash. So I smashed the weight room. I mean, if I want to go into my bedroom, I could use the weight room lever right now to be able to get in there. I'd lose a lot of steps. Is the only problem. Maybe 1 then? Oh, because I smashed the weight room place. Is there any reason to go to my bedroom right now? That's the only reason to pull the weight room. Otherwise, I think commissary is the way to go. Because that uses all the available doors. I'm quickly running out of rooms. Commissary is not... commissary isn't one of the corner case rooms, right? Why do they got upgrade discs? Excuse me? Since when did the commissary carry upgrade discs? What the fuck? I don't have the money. Workshop. That is completely new, Alora. Broken lever. I can make a power hammer. Should I make a power hammer is the question. Worth it to make a power hammer, you think? Pick sound amplifier? This is the thing I've never made before, so I gotta make this. Greater chance of picking high sensitivity locks. That's pretty sick. Should I make a power hammer? There's no point making the fucking super shovel, right? Like that's just the jackhammer doesn't do anything that I mean it does things, but it didn't seem very useful. Still needs it and has a big clue. Is it a room that I have right now? Fuck it, I'll make a power hammer. I fucking love the power hammer. It's the coolest thing. It's my favorite thing. So there's one workshop item I still haven't made. I don't think so, but open the map. Is it the solarium? Do I smash the walls of the solarium? There's only a couple more rooms I can pull. I mean... I don't think I've pulled it in a while. Well, it's not the music room. It's not any of these, I don't think. In your opinion, is there any reason to go to my bedroom? I can't think of anything. Any reason why it would be good to. But I also just might be missing stuff. It's been a long time since I've been there. But I got like the Sanctum key clues there. There's the statues in the corner. Maybe they'll mean something more to me now. The statues in the corners of the room. The music room's not a corner room. The crown's always there. I don't remember what that does. Is it worth getting that crown right now? Like, I'm basically done dropping rooms. I don't remember what the crown does. Nice to have at the beginning of the day. Yeah, so I would need to like pull a coat check to be able to save it. If I pull a coat check when I'm saving, it's the power hammer. I'll tell you that much. I actually don't know what's in the coat check right now. I don't think that's enough. Maybe I do music room. I wonder if I'm done with the music room at this point. We got Sanctum key out of here. We solved this stuff. There's one more use, but basically done. I'm assuming it's a use that I, like, don't have access to right now. How come you are lit and the other ones aren't? What's that about? If I can find the money... I mean, there's the money right there. The fucking ballroom. Like... I know there's shit in the ballroom. The foyer? Do I smash the statues in the foyer? Foyer? Okay. So, like, pantry will let me get an upgrade disc. And I know that'll happen. Ballroom and foyer, I feel like they both have something to offer that I haven't figured out yet. With both of them, I feel like there's definitely some puzzle stuff going on here, and I just don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't even know what to try and figure out there. I don't think. The ballroom, I got that photo of them dancing. There's no way that it just exists there to be pretty. You know, the ballroom has to have something going on. And then the foyer, it's got statues of all these people. We thought it was tied to the office puzzle for the longest time, but it's not. But, like, they've got to have statues for a reason. Like, those things are there for a reason. Maybe it's just for informational purposes, but, like, I doubt it. There's got to be some kind of... There's some kind of puzzle in both of those rooms. But the pantry lets me get a disc right now. If we're talking about power hammering, the foyer seems like the most likely place. The foyer. I don't fucking know. I do know. I'm just doing it wrong. It feels like a gamble to pick anything but the pantry. I should just do pantry. And then we've got one more room we can pull. And when we do that, I will use the dice that I have left to try and pull something that is cool and interesting. And I think that's it. The day wound up being a weird one. I wonder what this upgrade disc is going to be for. We'll use it in the office. Wait, where's my office? Okay. I'm feeling very dumb right now. I'm feeling like I'm missing some obvious stuff. But I don't know what the obvious stuff is. But I can feel myself missing it. Either way, I think, like, you know, at least this, it's like, oh, this is progress. Like, this is definite progress. Guest bedroom? I haven't drawn this in a long-ass time. Guest bedroom. Hidden effects of a random bedroom in your draft pool. Quest bedroom. If you enter entry chamber today, add 2 to your allowance. That's fucking wild. Geist bedroom. Tomb gives you... It'd be 6 dice if I go there? I think I'd want Quest or Geist. Geist is fun, yeah. quest bedroom keeps the step bonus, but it like gives me potential. I don't want to then have to turn it into an antechamber run just for shits and giggles, though. I think Geist. I think the dice are very, very good. Let's do Geist. I found everything in ballroom and foyer. I don't think I found anything in the ballroom. Did I find something in the ballroom? Or the foyer? I don't think I found anything in either of them. I'm pretty sure. Music sheet puzzle and the office bust puzzle? Oh, it did tell me. It did tell me who was who. You're right. Okay. I mean, the attic. Well, here's the thing. Like, the run is over. So what's the attic going to do for me? Other than the bonus abilities they give? Yeah. Oh, yeah, because the foyer, like, means that everything's unlocked now. Or, like, all the hallways are unlocked, which is great when you got Great Hall. Funeral parlor. I guess the parlor might be a corner case room, but probably not. Weight room. I guess if I want to go to my bedroom, I can go to the weight room. Oh, I should just redraw. I've got 2 dice. I should just redraw. In hope that I get something that's obviously good. That's what I should do. Right, that's the whole point of this. Ballroom and archives. I don't think either of these. It's the ballroom. The ballroom just had the music sheet, that's it? That's so weird. Archives, I feel like I got what I needed out of it. I definitely don't want to do another passageway. I think we just redraw again and just hope for something really good. Clock tower, planetarium, boudoir. Clock tower will let me start with keys tomorrow. I don't want to end my day in the planetarium because I want to end it in the break room. I want to get the key card. Unless the clock tower is where I can smash something with the power hammer, but I don't think that's the case. I think we just go clock tower. We go clock tower and we go end the day. I think that's it. This guy closed back up. Oh! Is this the hint for the sundial? No fucking way. Oh, don't do this to me, dude. But the run's over. Don't give it to me in the last fucking room, dude. God damn it. There's no way I can do anything about this, right? I don't have a coat check. Oh, that kills me. Yeah, there's nowhere for me to draw from. Ah, that's brutal. That's awful. Well, I think we're done here. Unless you've got some ideas, I don't... To my mind, I don't think there's anything I can do here. There's another god. I keep getting vault keys that I can't use. I should have just played safer. Well, I don't know. It's okay. It happens. Sometimes they're just bummer runs where not much happens. Did get the upgrade disc. You're right. I got the upgrade disc, so we made some progress. I also got one of the other corner case rooms. So we made two little small... We made two little incremental improvements today. So like that is something. It was not a completely wasted day. You're right. And it got us one more day through the what am I thinking of? The blessing that we have. Getting closer and closer to being able to get a new blessing. I want to try and get the monk again. You know what corner rooms you're missing? Buddy, I wish I could... Oh, you know what? I have a picture of it. I should have a picture of it. I took a picture of all the pages in a new clue. I have pantry, office, and nook. So which one is the checked one? Where's my new clue pictures? Oh, and what does Bo Lee mean? Did I genuinely not take a picture of the... I didn't take a picture of it. Unless it was on a different day? Patio. Patio, there we go. I gotta pull the patio. Okay. Bo leaves. So just into my mic I have to say go Broncos and then I get another trophy? Is that the gist of it? Beside West Bridge. I mean, that's this. This is the West Bridge. Trading post? Trading post pretty good. We'll come back here later when we got more stuff to trade. Hopefully we can get ourselves a little vault key. Get the key? I don't want to get the key yet. I want to use the key card while I got it. Because I don't want to trade it in for a vault key if it turns out I don't even get to use the vault key, you know? I do know the admin password for the grotto. I think. Oh no, have I forgotten it? It's like the first... Oh no. I mean, there's a couple... Was it first initial and then 4 letters of your last name? Oh no. Oh no, I'm an idiot. Oh no. Two initials of first and last? I don't know. I don't remember. Oh no. We totally figured it out. We figured it out and I had done it. And I've like forgotten. Oh no. It's a travesty. Let's pull attic. It's a great place to dump. This is a great place to dump the attic. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. That's not a breakable urn, is it? Probably not. I don't think I like wrote down the password I used. But there's multiple, right? Like that's the thing. Like there's multiple. I should pull trophy room. I feel like there's definitely something to do in this room. I can't hammer through this, can I? Probably not. I probably can't power hammer through that. Right? Patio. Here we go. Buried. We need a shovel. Okay, so we just gotta find it. We just gotta grab ourselves a shovel, which we might be able to actually just get it out of the trading post. Where are you? Where are you? Oh. Is it worth pulling the pool? Just do this. I don't give a shit at this point. Yeah, fuck it. Just do another one. Oh, this is terrible. This is terrible, terrible design. Pet dog? Pet dog. 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 How long will it let me pet him? So we pet him a really good amount. Alright, I'm done with you. was hoping I'd find a shovel in here if I didn't have a shovel yet, but that'd be too easy. Rather security. All right, let's rewind a bit. No, let's actually not. Let's not. Let's keep things moving. Should try to pull boiler. This sucks. Observatory. The gym is the best thing I can pull here, so let's just do that. Sauna. Running shoes. Worth it. I'm really curious if this is a puzzle or not, because this is like an optional room. I'm not going to stay to figure it out. I just want to find a shovel. Wow, that's a lot of... Okay. Let's go back. Let us... back to our roots. I'd only have 2 gems from that. That's not that great. I don't like this at all. Damn, I just really... Well, no, you know, no, I'm actually okay. Let's do that. So now... I can trade my key card and be fine, because we're going to do this. That's not what I wanted. Go on high. Make them unlocked. I wonder if there's something additional in this bedroom, because I don't think I've ever actually solved anything in this bedroom. It's just been kind of here. Seems like a very basic room. I mean, we've got this. Pull the library, why not? I hadn't read this. Okay. Curse of Blackbridge by Redford Yuling. The legend of Blackbridge is one that's well known to the people of the Grand Realm, for versions of this tale have been passed down from generation to generation. With each new telling, the story has changed, becoming over the years more colorful, more verbose, and, as one might expect, increasingly horrifying. However, with so many renditions and unique personal touches, the task of confining and binding this tale to text seemed an ambitious and impossible challenge. Over the course of my research, I have heard dozens of variations of the legend, and while the details would often change, I was surprised how much of the story's heart remained the same. Yet the more I listened, the clearer it became that there could never be a definitive version of this tale capable of capturing all the wonder and myth of Blackbridge. In the end, I chose to write down what felt most authentic, the story my grandmother told me as a boy long ago. Part 1. The Berry Picker from Oris. We're gonna get some stuff out of this. Wow! Oh my god. Okay, this is a book. Alright. Alright, well, it looks like I'm back. Hi. Sorry. Just so you said, OMG, this is a lot. Oh man, so literally I read this whole thing. Alright. Many years ago, before peace had become a familiar word, there lived a group of rogues so wayward that the locals deemed it appropriate to call their number the Unholy Hounds. They were feral outlaws composed of society's worst in a time when society was at its worst. And for each crime that fearful travelers credited to the group, a dozen more lay unclaimed, each worse than the last. For the gentry, however, who often value their coffers more than their companions, no crime could measure more wicked than the group's primary enterprise, high-road robbery. One such member of this so-called band of rogues was a boy of 13 years, Jesper, who had not been lucky in life, having lost 2 brothers to war and parents to famine. In the years of hunger that followed, Jesper lived in a gutter behind a churchyard, relying on the nourishment of scurrying bugs and weeds harvested from the cracks of the alleyway to sustain his pitiful existence. It is not surprising that a child aiming to escape such hardships would take any easy road out. An easy and well-traveled road, paved with temptations, leading out of the city and into the gentry lands where loose purse strings entwine with the strands of salvation and glisten equally with the hope of opportunity. It was this road that eventually led Jesper to the end of his youth, a hidden cave at the bottom of Blackbridge Canyon. It was here that he met his surrogate family and saviors, the notorious gang of godless outlaws known as the Unholy Hounds. Hello, very, very clumsy. Happy Friday indeed. I'm reading to celebrate, I guess. Despite the hardened circumstances that had led him to this vocation of banditry, Jesper was surprisingly tender-hearted and was often teased by the group for being too kind for such an ignoble life. For this reason, Jesper was assigned the innocent role of berry picker. It was not just innocence that set berry picking apart from the gang's more wicked undertakings, for it was the only duty performed without the safety of night's concealment. Jesper, no stranger to solitude, did not protest that he alone worked while the others slept soundly, tucked away in the cave at the bottom of Blackbridge Canyon. On one such occasion, Jesper decided to get an early start. He left the cave, berry basket in hand, and set out into the woods before the morning sun had even brushed the top of the tallest treetops. It was colder in the mornings, but the headway dawn afforded meant Jesper could reach the furthermost berry patches without worry of being chastised for tarrying upon his return. It took over 3 hours on foot to reach his destination. Jesus. And along the way, Jesper had passed by many a familiar bush, all priorly pillaged and so bereft of berries that one would have to dedicate several moments in earnest examination before finding a single one. Jesper was patient, but even patience has its limits. He was confident that even accounting for the time lost to his long stretch of travel, his efforts would be well worth the pains. Surveying the patches in this new grove surprised even Jesper. The red dots suspended among the leaves seemed as numerous as stars in the skies. Upon seeing such a bounteous sight, he clutched his berry basket tightly and nearly toppled over out of joy. Once he had regained his senses, Jesper quickly made a decision. He would not reveal the location of this newfound treasure. Instead, he would earn the respect of his confederates who, upon seeing his yield, might attribute the success to hard work. Smiling at his plan, Jesper set off to fill his basket and was making steady strides in this task when the sound of thundering hooves interrupted him. A carriage is approaching. The thought of it made Jesper freeze. Had he been so enchanted by his discovery that he had neglected to observe his surroundings? How could a roadway be so close? He ducked down and crept toward the impending sound, hiding behind one of the larger bushes nearby. It was only a moment more before the sound source revealed itself. Within 50 paces of where Jesper hid, an elegant carriage with gold trim came soaring around a corner of trees, led by 2 beautiful white horses and conveyed by a stern-looking driver seated atop the vehicle, flaunting the most sophisticated regalia Jesper had ever seen. It was not just any carriage, it was a royal carriage. Even without ever having witnessed such a sight before, Jesper was certain. The sight had so transfixed Jesper that he stood awestruck, unable to tear away as the carriage approached. The little concealment the bush provided was soon proven unequal to the driver's lofty perch, and upon spotting the boy, he pulled the reins with such effect that the noble steed slid to a sudden halt with precise control. "You, boy, get out from behind that bush," he shouted with a rigidity that betrayed a modest amount of fear. "You startled me half to death, coming around the bend of my own drive, and me seeing such an unfamiliar face in a place where there ought not be any face." Jesper quickly contemplated running. The man was much older, and his dress was suitable for courtly behavior, not dashing through the bramble and mud. I was picking berries." Jesper raised the half-filled basket up to allow the driver to see the proof of his words. The demeanor of the man suddenly changed. It was a change that Jesper was familiar with. He had many times seen the same stern expressions on the most fiendish bandits melt away when presented with the berry basket. Any suspicions that the driver might have had instantly evaporated, for even the notion of a member of the unholy hounds picking berries seemed farcical. The softened expression even made allowances for a smile. "Berries, eh? Say, you couldn't have picked a better spot for them, could you? I used to pick berries here as a boy." Jesper took his cue to finally step forward out from behind the bush, proudly brandishing his basket. "I know, and what luck I found them. I have only just begun picking, and look how many I have. It would have taken me fourfold the time back home to procure this number." The driver bent down for a closer look. "And where is your home, boy? It must be quite far." Jesper replied with a scripted response. "A little south of Tanner Fork, just past the burnt woods." "My God, that is far. You couldn't have come all that way only this morning." It was true. Tanner Fork was in the exact opposite direction that Jesper had traveled, and while that response would seem perfectly reasonable in a location closer to Blackbridge Canyon, he could see why it might seem less believable here. "Sir, I have traveled much farther for much less profit. I dare say there is no distance yet made by man that would not be worth undertaking for a prize such as these. Surely you have tasted them for yourself?" Jesper felt happier with this response, as it seemed to amplify the man's smile. "In my youth, perhaps. In my youth, often, but perhaps I took it for granted because I never had to travel very far. And even then, my father would always drive us here in our carriage, so I'm ashamed I never had to walk such a stretch to earn an equal reward." It was Jesper's time to smile. "Then let my efforts reward us both today." He raised the basket even higher. "A taste in memory of your youth, sir." Oh. A geography lesson. So am I supposed to take it that Blackbridge is... Blackbridge is north of Tanner Fork? Is that the opposite direction that Jesper had traveled? Okay. So, are those the details I need to get out of this book? The driver chuckled and removed one glove, bending over the seat to reach down to the basket. And at the moment his fingers touched the first berry, the dagger in turn met his throat, cutting through a superficial layer of skin and drawing blood. Jesper caught the man's startled eyes. "And for that taste, I will have your purse, sir, in memory of my youth." The driver's arm had gone stiff, his chin raised and trembling, more frightened than he had ever been before. Whether unable or incapable of speaking, he did not respond to the boy. Perhaps he did not think his jaw could afford to be engaged at this particular time. Jesper let the basket drop, freeing his other hand to probe the man's pockets. "Do not mistake me, sir. I will not kill you if you give me no cause, though I will admit the thought of taking your carriage and leaving you the indignity of walking appeals to me." Unable to find a purse in the man's coat, Jesper pivoted to search the seat under him. "Why have you no purse upon your person?" The driver slowly raised his hand cautiously, pointing toward the carriage door behind him. Jesper lowered the knife's edge a small degree to allow the man to speak, which he did in turn softly. "There's a lockbox in the carriage." "Well, come down then and grant me the courtesy of sparing your life and binding your hands. A concession, I assure you, of my tender heart, for it would be much easier to slit your throat." The man started to comply, slowly lowering himself from the driver's seat of the carriage. Once down, Jesper guided him away from the carriage to a nearby tree, where he instructed him to get on his knees and put his hands behind his back. Excusing his inexperience, the man indulged Jesper while he figured out how to adequately bind him. The smile and kindness Jesper had seen on the man's face, now nothing more than a distant memory. In their place, cold, dark eyes displaying no emotion. I wonder, should I grant you the same clemency you were showing me? Jesper stopped, surprised by the question, but ignored it, secured the final bindings, and then hastily returned to the carriage. With one hand on the door's handle, he turned back to the man. If there is no lockbox, there will be no clemency. Inside, the carriage was surprisingly dusty and unswept, a stark contrast to the elegant and polished golden facade of the exterior. It had apparently been many years since a passenger had enjoyed passage in this vehicle. This all but confirmed what Jesper had suspected. The driver of this carriage was not a liveried servant in the employ of some great master. Any curiosity that this observation might have further produced was quickly abandoned upon seeing what rested under the carriage's back seat, a large wooden lockbox. Despite its hefty appearance, the box was surprisingly easy to handle. Within a few minutes, Jesper had dislodged it from its hold and carried it out into the sunlight. Observing the box carefully, two observations were made. Totemic symbols found carved on all four sides of the box hinted that the box was very old and likely not created by Arindian hands. It reminded him of artifacts from the Old World and was presumably crafted in one of the ancient realms. Interesting. Secondly, the box was secured by a rusted yet robust padlock that would not open easily without a key. Jesper looked over to see the driver quietly observing from his indentured position. Do you perhaps have a key you can provide me to open this box? Without emotion, the driver replied, There is no key to that box. This is the thing in the treasure trove. I swear to God, this is about the box in the treasure trove. Jesper stood up. Easy enough, then. He headed over to a nearby rock of sizable dimensions and lifted the stone up, carrying it back to the box. If there was ever a time when that lock had been resistant to brute force, it wasn't recent. Well, never mind. With one hit, the stone had completely shattered the rusted lock. He bent back down and opened the lid. Inside was an effigy, a crude figure chiseled from stone. Without too much deliberation, Jesper bent down and picked it up, somewhat surprised how heavy it seemed, given how light the box had felt. Having expected to find something more akin to gold or gems, he looked questioningly to the man, hoping to find an explanation. The driver's smile had once again returned. You are cursed, boy, for deadly is the stone. You have opened that which should never have been opened, and you are cursed. Oh, is this the curse box in the shrine? Jesper carried the effigy over to the man and shoved it in front of his face. What is it? That's one. Feeling his disappointment rising to anger now, Jesper tightened his grip on the effigy. One what, you mumbling agentor? Aj is first? Aj is first or Aj is small? Let me find my language clues real quick. Apologies. Apologies, but they're busting out the old language. Okay. Entor is new for me. Aj is first. Ooh, okay. I don't have Entor. Do I have OR or something? I do not. Okay, interesting. And in God's name, why have you no purse upon your person? The man did not seem intimidated. 1 pace. He paused for effect. 12 more, and you will be dead. He only had a second to flinch before the effigy struck him in the head and put an end to his cryptic ramblings. If there was ever a time when the old man had been resistant to brute force, it wasn't recent. God damn, this is good writing. Jesper looked down at the sculpted stone figure, now splattered red. Was it cursed? Was it cursed? He had, of course, heard stories of curses and had never doubted their validity in the past, but now that he was standing face to face with the possibility of being cursed, his mind pleaded with him to be skeptical. And if he was cursed, what difference would the knowledge make? A dozen more paces would not be enough to find another living soul, to say nothing of the chances of procuring a remedy. If he did not move from where he now stood, he could live maybe another 3 or 4 days, maybe more, given the abundance of nearby berries. A plan that, if we ignore its obvious faults, might provide additional opportunities for help to come along. But what good would that do? To be discovered here, beside a body, stolen goods in hand, bloated from berries and raving about a curse, that could very well not be real. No, it would most certainly be better to face one's fate now, take a dozen paces, and see if life goes on. But Jesper found his legs unable to make that first step. His mind was unable to convince his limb to waste away 1/12 of his life in a single motion. Feeling the desperation sink in, he hopelessly looked about him for a solution. And if, by some stroke of luck, the gods had heard his plea, a miracle materialized before him as if he found himself suddenly at the end of a fairy tale. What's up with that hyphen there? That's unusual, right? That's probably something. 2 white horses and a carriage of golden trim were beside him, the answer to his immediate prayers. He laughed at his fortune and calculated the short number of paces back to the road. 4. Perhaps only 3 if he jumped. He made a quick survey to see if there was anything he wished to grab before taking the plunge. So he's now cursed to be riding the wagon. He thought about removing the driver's fancy coat, as that appeared to be of some value, but the additional risk of undertaking such a task too great to chance. And so, after a profound breath, he took his 2nd, 3rd, and 4th steps, though they were quite large. Seated now behind the horses, he reached for the reins and suddenly realized that he was still gripping the effigy. If the curse was real, then it would most certainly be better left here. If, on the other hand, the story was fictitious, there might be some appraisal that could be made of the figure. It was, after all, found within a lockbox, whose typical function oft secures objects of value. Having witnessed firsthand the horrors of destitution, Jesper found his mind equally reluctant to allow his hand let go. If it is cursed, I die. If not today, then tomorrow. And if I die, what care have I? And with that statement said aloud, to the horses, seemingly, Jesper took up the reins with confidence. Holy shit. Part 2, Below the Black Bridge. Okay. Lot to think about here. I'm definitely supposed to get something out of this. Let's see. Miller awoke to some light nudging from a familiar foot. Only one person would have the cheek to awaken her in such ill-mannered fashion. Shaking the sleep from her eyes, she glared up at him in the darkness, but did not say a word. He nudged her again, teasingly, then stepped back into the dim. After taking a moment for her eyes to adjust to the darkness of the cave, Miller remembered. She was on 3rd watch today. Quietly collecting her things and wits, Miller turned as she left, waving to her young friend, who was more than likely already asleep. She crept through the cavern's main passage, careful to not wake the sleeping bandits around her. Like a hero in a book, she often mused. Quietly, she grabbed a bow from the haphazardly formed pile of weapons, shaking the accompanying quiver in the darkness to assess how many arrows it held. She then walked toward the sun-drenched mouth of the cavern, ready to start her shift. Above her, in one of the few trees found in the canyon, Miller could see that Ravia was already posted. She waved, and Ravia waved back. Calling out to each other was strictly forbidden. Anything louder than a gesture in the canyon was forbidden. When Miller reached the tree, Ravia lowered a braided rope and pointed to the ground behind her. Miller turned, following the finger, and saw a pail of water resting beside a nearby log. She turned back to Ravia, nodded, and secured the pail to the rope. The pail went up first, and in turn, Miller followed. Ravia reached across to grab the water. Miller leaned back to give her space. There was not much room for maneuvering in this tree post, a necessary concession for the concealment the outpost demanded. Ravia tilted the pail up to her mouth dramatically, illustrating how thirsty she had been. Miller laughed silently as water poured out, splashing onto Ravia's face. It was a bit too daring and noisy of a joke, and had the others been around, they would have certainly been scolded for the unwarranted sound. But Miller appreciated the efforts Ravia took to verbalize the silence of the morning. They had been on 3rd watch together for over a month, and during that speechless time, their friendship had grown into something special. Affection was unsurprisingly scarce among the unholy hounds. She had felt camaraderie before, of course, but intimacy, never. From their elevated vantage, the girls could see both the concealed entrance of the cavern as well as a clear view of the bridge that spanned across the canyon. Black Bridge was the link between the Gentry lands and the northern mountains, the overpass that connected Orris and Reddington. To the city-faring travelers of the realm, the bridge was an unavoidable crossing. In the day, the task was to ensure that travelers passed by without stopping. At night, the task was to ensure that they do. Like most of her band, Miller preferred the night. The biting glare of the sun might be tolerable to farm hands and bricklayers, but to a cavern-housed bandit, it was a source of constant annoyance. In the day, there was no shroud to conceal her expressions, nor to hide her thoughts. She felt exposed. Yeah, exactly what I'm thinking. So, it's between Oris and Reddington. That's good to know. Ravia touched her elbow and pointed up. Miller, striving to suppress a budding smile, subtly shook her head in response. There were many signs that the unholy hounds used in lieu of words, but the two of them had developed an extended vocabulary. Gestures quietly forged in the shared solitude of their month among the branches. She watched as Ravia shifted, placing her palms flat on the floorboards beneath them. Miller knew what she was trying to say, but shook her head a second time. It was often more fun to pretend not to understand. Ravia rolled her eyes and turned away, looking back into the canyon. Squinting through the leaves, the two girls held still, watching and listening. It was not long until Miller, too, heard the sounds of approach. Do you think I'll need those symbols? Those like, signs? Touched her elbow and pointed up. Placing her palms flat on the floorboards beneath them. Interesting. Ravi held up two bent fingers, and a few moments later, two men emerged from the bridge's southern end. They were dressed in a familiar uniform. Oh, so she was just trying to say that she heard people coming. Got it. They were dressed in a familiar uniform. Long gray coats with black facings, white waistcoats, and black tricorn hats. They belonged to the local patrol, the Blackguard. Although not an everyday occurrence, their presence at Blackbridge wasn't an unusual sight. This is before the war. It typically indicated an important traveler's impending passage across the bridge, information that the girls would promptly relay to their leaders as soon as the coast was clear. But this report, while exciting, was rarely acted upon. In Miller's 5 years in the Unholy Hounds, she had never once seen a carriage taken in open daylight when the Blackguard was nearby. The men had nearly reached the bridge's north end when Miller heard the horses, faintly at first, but growing louder with each passing moment. Ravia's eyes met Miller's, the same concern mirrored in each other's expression. This did not sound like the typical carriage, cautiously approaching the bridge to cross. Instead of the familiar crunch of the high road's gravel, they heard the harsh clattering of hoofbeats against stone. Both girls quickly redirected their attention downwards, looking through the foliage. The sounds were not coming from the high road, but from the canyon itself. The horses were coming from below the bridge. In an instant, Miller had knocked an arrow and drawn her bow. Go! Ravia was gone before the whisper had even left Miller's mouth. The young scout was already sliding down the bank below, racing toward the cave. There was no road that ran below the canyon. There was no reason for numerous horses to be approaching their cave. There was only one reasonable conclusion, and both girls had reached it instantly. The base had been compromised. This was a Blackguard attack. The moment the horses came into view, Miller let loose her first arrow. She was surprised to see a carriage. She had expected cavalry. Before she even finished processing that thought, her second arrow was in the air. Without a trail, it would be unthinkable for a carriage to traverse such rough terrain, yet she watched as the wheels jolted over the rocky riverbed. A third arrow was now in flight, and there would be no need for a fourth. The driver slumped over just moments before the vehicle dipped into a small ditch, slamming into an embankment. The force of this sudden halt immediately shattered the front two wheels and catapulted the driver from his seat. Utterly confused now, Miller quickly glanced over her shoulder to see if any horses were also approaching from the rear. Down in the canyon, the entire horde of the Unholy Hounds came spilling forth from the earth as if hell itself had suddenly sprung open. The group seemed even more bewildered than Miller, half asleep and tripping over one another in a desperate attempt to engage an unseen enemy in combat. Miller could see Ravia among her number, the only one looking up at her. Her expression was chilling. There would be no need for a silent gesture to convey what they both now realized. They had made a mistake. Did they kill the boy? The gang's chieftain, Jeffrey Heartslasher, led the others, cautiously approaching the crashed carriage like a suspicious fox would near a baited trap. There were no words exchanged as the group crept forward in customary silence. A dozen or so paces in front of the wreckage lay the far-flung driver, an arrow protruding from his broken body, and beside him a blood-stained effigy carved from stone. Interesting. Okay, so that was Jesper. Miller was inconsolable. Jesper had always been her favorite. He had always shadowed her in the night, clinging to the hems of her every move, the way a child tails behind an older sibling. Tender-hearted, she had always called him, though deep down she had known that wasn't quite true. His appearance of gentleness concealed a raw, resilient durability that emerged in the most perilous of situations. He had been a flower among the nettles of this cave, but he still had thorns, honed by a grim past and 100 hands of misfortune. They buried him in the darkness, in the back of one of the larger cavern rooms. He was interred with a berry basket and a silk handkerchief that he had treasured. The mysterious effigy they had found beside him served as a distinguished gravestone, a marker that stood out as somewhat special among the rows of similar swords marking neighboring plots. No one spoke, not even in whispers. There was nothing to say. It's interesting. It has the crest of Arindia there. Miller awoke the next day to a thunderous shaking and rattling of the earth, a far cry from the playful nudging of the previous day. She strained to adjust her eyes, but the choking sting of stirred-up dust caused her to flinch. Panic was also in the air. The sounds of scurried footsteps and clattering feet filled the space around her, but even in alarm, the silence was louder. What was it that sounded so strange? Miller closed her eyes tight and used her feet to guide her along the passage. The whispers around her were getting louder, and intense voices could be heard ahead. Louder speech than she had ever heard spoken in the canyon. A growing dread grew as Miller approached the mouth of the cave, her eyes now open wide despite the dust. Shouldn't it be day? Miller felt a hand in the darkness, pulling at her. It was Ravia. The two embraced, and Miller did not need to see her to understand. Ravia placed two bent fingers against Miller's cheek, and with that touch against her face, Miller felt the same sinking feeling from the previous day. Two bent fingers confirmed what Miller had suspected. The girls had forgotten to relay one critical piece of information to the others. An hour or so later, the screams began. Blood-curdling cries of hopeless desperation. Captain Fodrick Lee of the Blackguard looked down from the ridge of the canyon to the collapsed entrance of the cave. Ah, he grinned. Now they speak. Fodrick Lee. Lee? Bo Lee? Okay, so that's that book. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to get from it entirely. I wonder if I should have had a magnifying glass. The Blackbridge Grotto. All these swords. So I'm wondering... So they did get noticed by the Blackguard. Do we get to see what it's an effigy of? No. Okay. Well, that's Redford Ewing. That's certainly something. What do we do with that? What do we do with all that info? We learned a little bit about where things are located. But it doesn't seem like particularly... It doesn't seem like particularly, like... Okay. We're pulling this coat check. Just in case we get something that we need to hold on to. I definitely don't need a compass. But if we can establish coat check, we're doing coat check. Also, there's a meal waiting for us in the dining room, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. Did we stop one short of dining room, actually? Let's see if we can pull a good dead end here. There's workshop. I mean, we should do workshop. What were they referring to when they said forgot to tell one important piece of information? They forgot to tell people that they saw the blackguard up on the bridge, because they got so distracted by, what happened with killing Jesper, that like they forgot to mention the blackguard were up there. So when they did all that shit, the blackguard noticed them, and so then the blackguard knew where they were. Basically, that's my understanding. At least I could be wrong. Because the two bent fingers were what were the sign that she gave when they what am I thinking? The two bent fingers were the sign that she gave when they noticed them, and so she did it again at the end, and they were like, "Oh fuck, we forgot to tell them." Yeah. There's probably no more info here, right? Okay. Silver key, I don't want that. Magnifying glass wouldn't be bad. Metal detector for vault key. At the very least, we've got vault key today. Did something else look good? I think going back to check that book with magnifying glass is not a bad idea. Okay, so we got our hands on a vault key. So if we can pull a vault today, that's phenomenal. And that'll be some pretty big progress. The other thing I want to try to get is a shovel. Oh shit, I should... Can I trade for a shovel? Because then I need to just kind of like look around at the ground here. Okay, no shovel on the table. We're gonna try to get ourselves a shovel though. If we get that, here's the thing: any day that I get a shovel, I can just go out here and look for it. So I'm not too stressed about it. That's not something we gotta like do today. But here, I gotta make sure if we don't pull a vault, then I need to get back to the code check. Basically. Okay, we're gonna run up to. I would love to find a shovel, dude. It'd be so nice to have a shovel. My kingdom for a shovel. For multiple reasons, right? Like... Getting the break room out is a good idea. I don't have any gems. Oh, God. Oh, God. None of these are good. Alright, let's see. 12. 9. 3. 10 plus half a 1? Oh, it's a third. It's a third. 20. Okay, right. It's not halves, it's thirds. It's 27, and a third of that, it's 9. And then squared that. I mean, that's 80. That's 81. Are we really squaring that shit? Okay, so we're gonna divide it, right? Minus 20 minus 1 brings it out to 60 divided by 10. That's going to be 6. drawn from here. God, I don't have any gems. Not having gems is kind of rough. I removed the cost from... I gotta pull dormitory. I removed the cost from the vault, right? So I don't need gems to get the vault. What is so important that's here? That's coast and cost. That's all that is. That's not... It's chessboard. Go Broncos. Go Broncos! Wait. You saying Bo Lee is here? Go Broncos. Go Broncos. Go Broncos. Ducks, ducks, ducks. It's interesting that the editor is never named. You know? I mean, this is the thing that is interactable in here. Go Broncos. Go Broncos. Is there something I can do in here? Or do I not have the right information? Or is it not time yet? Am I missing something super obvious? Laura, you got any thoughts on this? There's two interactable things. We got the globe and we got the book. The book, this did have interesting stuff. This told us like how how to melt the thing. Information, not a puzzle. So get a little hot. I mean, this told us about the furnace and how to make the magnifying glass. That's a good point. I didn't. It'd be very like them to hide something in the drawings. Not in this book, but there's information. So, I mean, there's information about Costa Rica here, right? Like, I got their colors, but we already have the Costa Rica crest, right? We do. There's this. There's this. There's this globe. There's a bowling pin? This guy played every minor sport imaginable? For the crest and you got it? Oh, it was just getting the stuff about Costa Rica? Yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, I wasted drawing it here. Dog tag being 10? So that's just... Oh, fucking... Come on. So these are the colors and what Costa Rica is about. Right, so we learned that it was academic and the... Yeah. So we had that. Woof, dude. I'm in corridor. Let's just keep going. I just want to draw the vault so bad. You have no idea how badly I want to draw vault. Oh my god! Failing that, getting a couple gems would be really nice. Yeah, West Wing Hall's good. I don't want the freezer. Okay, armory. We can make a little bit of progress. Probably. No. That's something. I don't know if there's anything else I can do in here. I haven't been getting the battle axe anymore. I wonder if you can only get the battle axe a certain amount of times. You can get a clock. Oh man! Oh, this is so close to being good, but it's blocked off at the end. I can't. We're gonna Night Shield the archives just to get it out of our pool and have it done here. Strattington Hospital. Buddy. I probably got everything I needed out of here. Like we got here pretty early. Caleb Manning and Philip White. And yeah, the thing is, like, the closet, as far as those rooms go, like, the walk-in closet and the attic, like, there's so many things that are basically just closet, but better, that I was like, just get the closet out of here. Like, I can get the stuff from the closet. I can get the stuff that I would get in the closet and get a lot more. Okay, I can get one gem here. That's something. classroom lets me keep going. I think it should have a apple in it too. Yeah. So that'll let me... Gives me a little more steps. That's nice. Anything else on their desks for me to take? No. Okay. We only get to draw a couple more rooms. We're going to try to get... We're going to do our damnedest to get something good out of here. We'll do laboratory, and that'll give us the last chances we have to pull a vault. Man, if I can get a chance to make the vault less rare, like I gotta take that. I want the vault to be showing up all the goddamn time. I would love that money. That and the treasure trove. Like, just give it to me. I don't have the gems for the treasure trove. Oh. Vault. I spent a star, but we got vault. Okay, that's one more key down. That's huge. It's 233, 233. Oh my god, guys. Allowance. Okay, much more money. Compromised. Gray Daniels, Parisian. She had a ton of different... She has so many. Okay. That's 3 down. I don't know if I need this specific information either. It feels like this... I should just in case. Like, give photos of everything, right? I don't think there's anything I get out of these, because, like, we've got... There's literally a different one of these everywhere. And this had... Right, this had clues for... Yeah, and I've got that. This one didn't have any other clues hidden in it, did it? Doesn't look like it. It certainly does not look like it. It's always worth taking a pick, right? So this was our first one. Yeah, okay. Okay. That's some phenomenal prog. Now, I was hoping if there was another vault key in here, I was going to be so happy. But, you know, can only be so lucky. All right. So that is... I mean, that's the day, basically. Let's just go to the break room and guarantee that we get a... Let's try experiment real quick, actually. Okay, none of these are really worth it. Not gonna get any of that. Cool. Let's go. I am worried that I've used the battle axe all that they'll let me use the battle axe. That's just not going to show up anymore. Because that bummed me out a lot. Dump a little more money into the piggy. You get 3 uses of the axe, so it is a limited thing. So it is a limited thing. I think my blessing is done now. Which would be nice because I want to get the monk blessing. That's the only blessing I really want. It's just the monk. If I can get the monk for a long time. I wish I could remember how much money I put in to get the monk. Or if that information like is somewhere that I can find. I guess root cellar because we want to do a shovel run anyways. Nothing wrong with that. Just waiting for the stream to come back. Looks like we're coming back. That's really high kilobytes per second right there. But it's still not showing green. What is going on? It looks like we're back. It looks like we're solid. I don't know where it cut off, but I'm sorry. If it's putting you on a super heavy delay behind me at this point, refreshing should help. I gotta figure out why it's doing this. I think it's gotta be... I think it's gotta be an OBS or Twitch setting. I feel like this happened to me in the past, and I figured out how to fix it, and I just gotta do that again. I should just... After I end the stream today, I should just do that. I should just get it solved, because I don't know why it's doing that. But guys, thank you for sticking with me through it. I know it's intensely frustrating. I'm wondering if there's more I can get out of this family tree. I was hoping there might be a shovel in here. I think that was foolish. Either way, I think the things I really want to do, I really want to get a shovel on this run. Because I want to dig around there and find that thing that a new clue is pointing us towards. Just see what that is. And then... I want to pull tunnels. I want to try this tunnel thing, but I need tunnel to actually show up if I'm going to do it. Pull library. Should we just do a new clue again? Just do a new clue again. I think this is a good, like, getting the foyer this early is really nice, actually. We are back, yeah? Can everybody see me? I've been playing because I've been assuming I'm back, but if I'm not, actually... I guess if I'm not, let me know. We're back? Okay, cool. Sick. Yeah, I think the things that are in my mind for this run is shovel, just trying to get tunnel to show up. I really want tunnel to show up. We got a lot of steps today, so that's nice, something to keep in mind, is we can run around a lot today. get observatory out of the way here. I'm gonna try to get this fixed. I think after the stream today, I'm just going to really dig into it again and see if I can just figure out what is happening, because it's got to be a Twitch setting or an OBS like setting, and I think it's something that has happened before. I kind of have to pull storeroom here. I wonder what this thing is. I wonder how many times I've said something like that. How many times I've like walked up to something and been like, this seems interesting, and then like left it, and Merc's like dying inside because he's like, no, please look at that more closely. Like you got right up against something and then didn't do it. Sledgehammer. Not the shovel I was hoping for, but still good to have. There's that trunk I can go open with it. Just get this other pantry out of the way. The pantries are so common. Let's head back and hit that trunk, I think. There's never a shovel inside the trunks, but sometimes there's vault keys. Let's go back and start drawing from the entrance hall again, I think. How's everybody doing? Has anybody been playing anything interesting or watching anything interesting or have anything fun to talk about? So I think for a little bit, we're going to be a little... I should just place code check. Just always place code check. Although Nook... let's keep going. Let's get Nook, actually. I really want Tunnel. Break room is always good to have. We gotta get the darts trophy. 5. A third of 1 times 9. It's gonna be 3. It's gonna be 9 squared again. It's back up to 81. Oh, we've done this one before. It's gonna be 6. They literally gave us this one before. A third of 1. Oh my god. Okay. A third of 1 minus a third of 1 times 20 plus a third of 18. It's just going to be 6. It's just it's 0 until we get to the 18. Yeah. Started crocheting a sweater? Oh, that's cool. One of my best friends, who I also work with at Dwarven Forge, Miles, he does a lot of crocheting, and he started crocheting wizard hats, and also vests with like interesting embroidery on them. I should pull boiler. I should take my shot and pull boiler. See if I can get any of the things that I want off of boiler. There's no chance that there's like a shovel in the basement of this place, is there? I can't believe how often you actually end up needing the boiler. I should just make it a common room. I've been surprised at how many puzzles it's actually been connected to. Okay, well, Darkroom lets me keep going. I can just do this until I get the thing I want. You know? That sucks. Yeah, that really sucks. God, they're really busting my balls on this. Oh my god. Now you want to make a wizard hat? He's like posted a bunch about it on Instagram. Like if you go and check, he's like literally Wizard Hat Miles on Instagram, because that's just what he became known for. And oh my god, oh my god, they are killing me. Yeah, do security. Oh my god, dude. I'm so desperate to have this work. I just want my laundromat so badly. Archives will still let me see. Right? It'll still let me see if something is powered. I'm just gonna blow up this run on chasing the laundromat, basically. This is bad. I shouldn't be doing this. I cannot believe how much it is not giving me. This is brutal. This sucks. Jesus, they're giving me every fucking red room in the goddamn world. This is a bad run. This is a bad run, and all I've done is throw away all my stars. Throw away more, why not? Yeah, fuck it. What's this gonna be? It's the fucking laboratory. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no, I fucked everything. Oh, what a disaster. I can't believe I got the vault last time. I didn't get the vault this time. This run is turned into, this day is turned into an unmitigated disaster. I spent all those stars and they didn't give me a damn thing. You notice he made more? He's made at least 5. There's one Gen Con where everybody, like all of us working there, we just wore his wizard hats. He's also made dog-sized ones for friends' dogs. It's very ridiculous. But it's very pleasant. Which is kind of just Miles in general. I hate this. I hate everything that has happened. I'm just gonna pull every red room and see what happens to me. Why am I getting so many red rooms? Because of the furnace. Because I pulled the furnace. Oh my god, dude. It's just, it's all red. Everything's coming up red. Fuck it. Fuck it, pull the lever. This sucks. This sucks. I shouldn't have tried to do boiler. I should have just given up. I should have just said like, alright, I guess I'll do boiler later. This is what happens when I try to accomplish something in this godforsaken game. Dovecoat. I just, there's no option. I simply have to do Dovecoat. You're not a dove. You're a pit. What are you fucking doing in here? I know I've read through all those. There probably is information I need in there. I do not remember what was in there. What is that? And I still don't have a fucking shovel either. Nothing I... Oh my god. Returning east and should arrive on Tuesday. This is just a full chaos run. I'm going to pull every red room and just see what happens. The close exhibit in the one place where I can't fucking do it. Pull the archive. What's in here? It's the room that I made a red room. I'm losing my goddamn mind. I'm so unhappy. I can't believe I fucked things up that bad. I can't believe I spent like 15 stars. I can't believe I did that to me. I spent so long building those stars up and I blew them and got nothing for it. These both are at least partially true. So is that. That's also at least partially true. One of them is only... Wait. So they can't... Okay, so the one that could be wrong is the one that's longest. Shortest is a longer word than longest. So he has to be full false. He has to be full false. So that means that it can't be on the box with shortest, because I think shortest is the longest word. Shortest is the longest word. There are words on the box of the gem. This box is not going to... Oh, fuck me, dude. Maybe he's not full false. A is the shortest word on a box. Are you full false? Okay. So are you full true? Gems are in a box with the shortest word. A is the shortest word on a box. This guy doesn't have A on him. Are you full false? Box with the shortest word. A is the shortest word on a box. That could be you. If you're full false, I think it's got to be in blue. Oh. Oh, baby. Oh, look at that payout, because I've drawn nothing but red. Count 'em. One amount of things has gone well for me today. Yeah, fuck it. Why don't we just draw the gem? Put the gem there. What do I care? Just get every red room out of the pool. I don't want to see a single... Vault? Yeah, fuck it. Let's get the vault. Why not? Why not? We're balling. We're balling and shot calling. Did you have a key? No, I certainly do not. I have no items. I got nothing, dude. This run's bullshit. This is a terrible, terrible day. But look at those red rooms. I haven't even gotten a single shovel. Let's see what happens. There's a code check. folks. I think that's the day. That is the day. At least we got a smoking hot mom, you know? Or is that our grandma? With the moon with the moon necklace? I think that's mom. Can you see what title this house gets? The fuck house. No, that doesn't mean what I thought it. No, never mind. I'm just being vulgar. I didn't think about what it would actually sound like. It's not that. Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing going. Can I get to the break room? I can. Wow, maybe I can't get to the... No, I will. I'll make it to the break room. I gotta take the world's most convoluted path to get there, though. I am once again asking for Dogu Bomb to do a stealth update to the game where they allow you to just have the mini-map up on the screen the whole time while you're running through the house. It's the one quality of life thing I think this game could really use. I think I can just make it to the room. Let's go up through the nook. Yeah, I can just make it. Guys, have you ever seen a man so defeated in your fucking life? Scarlet Manor, 8 red rooms. Did I accomplish anything this time, or was it just me getting my ass beat? I didn't even find any items. That's the kind of day where I should have just hard quit and stopped it from... I shouldn't have saved that, frankly. But I don't do that. I don't save scum here, you know? I gotta play honest. I cannot believe how badly I fucked that up. I feel like that was... OBS went down again? This time it didn't even say I went down. Oh. Oh. You're joking about a hard quit. Yeah, got it. I was gonna say, like, I didn't see anything about it going down. I'm like, if it starts crashing without even telling me it's disconnected, that's gonna be a problem. Yeah, what a miserable... I feel like it felt to me like that's what it would be like if I was into gambling. I just like kept... There's a chance I get a shovel if I pull tool shed. There it is. There it fucking is. Okay, we're doing this. Buried beside the bridge. Now, where beside the bridge? How close to it? There we go. Folks, okay. That's much bigger than I expected. So both of the microchips were a new clue things. Guys, we're back in business. Fuck stars. Who needs stars? Who needs stars? I got microchips. Okay, we're gonna be able to open this big ass door. Oh, we're getting this sick. Court? Cloak? Castle? It's binary. Court, cloak, castle. So castle was one of the... This music is so goddamn good, dude. Orindian ruins. The king on his throne. Is that Fen or is that Reddington? That's gotta be Reddington. The Grand City of Fen would be larger, right? This is so good. What a stellar moment. Okay, so that's all that the microchips here did. Don't forget. Don't forget what? The binary? Cloak, castle, and court? Where did the microchip come from? We dug it up. We got a shovel from the tool shed. And it was... The thing buried beside the bridge was, the thing buried beside the bridge was the last microchip. So both of the microchips that we needed came from a new clue, which is fascinating. And actually, given that it let us go to the throne room, and it's like the whole Reclaim the Crown thing, it totally makes sense. So she wrote the last book. She wrote a new clue specifically to say, like, this is the stuff that you'll need to go, like, reclaim. All right, now we're doing this. What does this do? Is this reopening like communications? Can we contact people now? That's a fucking massive satellite dish. Guys. That's massive. Okay, so we finally have communication with people. What is that going to be like? The way that this game can just swing, like I went from having probably the worst run I've ever had to this stuff. I feel like I should just leave them here. Looking forward to some more lore. Yeah, I mean, pulling the throne room is going to be a big deal, though we can't pull it till tomorrow. God, it was like, it was a certain amount of letters. I'm so frustrated that I forgot what it was. down again. Let's just check and see. Are we connecting? No. Okay, looks like it's connecting now. Okay, we should be back in. Okay, we're back. Okay, I remembered. It's the four letters of the last name and then the first initial. So you used Randolph Moore's. See. So we have these communications. So what do I do with that now? If you go all the way... New management features the Blackbird and control the user. Okay. Yes, we're back. Data files. Do I need to be at a different... Do I need to be at a different... Do I need to be logged in as Anna to do stuff? No. She only gets to see... Okay. Fine. So I need to do this from a different terminal, I think. Okay, so... Man, alright. We did that. Now what? You know? I really just want to pull tunnel. Like, I want to try... I feel like I know what the tunnel does, but I haven't had a chance to try it out. Oh, that's fascinating. I just noticed that the chairs literally are the same logo. Like that's the look of the that we literally just did with the microchips. Just caught that. It's actually very funny that I never noticed it before. Do break room. Man, okay, so what should I do with this? Oh wow, okay. 3 divided by 2 rounded to the ones place is going to be 2. Yeah. 1/3 of 4 rounded to the ones place is going to be 2. Just straight 4 is going to be 4. Yeah, okay. 3 divided by 2 rounded to the ones place is going to be 2. Oh, I guess actually if you round to the closest one, it's going to be 3. Or no. It's going to be 1 if you're rounding to the closest place. Okay. 5 rounded to the closest tens place is going to be 10. 7 rounded 8. That's also going to be 10. Sneaky details. Yeah. 20 times 10? Minus 18 rounded to the hundreds place. It's going to be 100 again. Divided by 20, it's going to be 5. No? Wait. No? Hang on. $20 times the... Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb, dude. Alright, 20 times 10 is fucking 2,000. Or no, it is 200. It's 200. Minus 18, round to the nearest hundreds place. It is still 200 divided by 20. It's 10. Okay. Negative 18. Negative 18 rounded to the nearest hundreds. Plus 1. I mean, I think it has to just be 1. It must be that you round it to 0. Yeah. I just want to pull tunnel. Somebody please give me tunnel. I so desperately want to test my tunnel theory. Oh my god, give me tunnel! Alright, give me attic. Oh, I should have redrawn. Literally, it's the room where I can just redraw for free. Oh well. I did what I did. The attic is very nice, at least. I'm getting a lot of good stuff from the attic. I wonder what the one workshop contraption I haven't made yet is. It must be using some really weird stuff. So I can't pull the throne room until tomorrow. What's really funny about this, now that I think about it, is like they're kind of just setting up an escape room for Simon like every day. Treasure map. Gotta get all the way up there. Okay. I pulled the new clue. I don't know if there's actually more for me to look for here. I mean, I'm sure that there is. I don't know if I'll be able to solve more. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I actually should have done this or not. I feel like this is going to be something. The 2, 3, 5. Right, if we're going off of how many steps this gets. It's a weird thing where I know for a fact there's more stuff for me to find there. But I don't know. I still haven't figured out Bo Lee. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with Bo Lee. It's like clearly a thing. I gotta do corridor. Yeah, Bo Lee is still a head scratcher for me. So 5 apples is 10 steps. 5 bananas is 15 steps. It's 25. 5 oranges is 25 steps. Okay, yeah. Yeah. That does come out to 50 steps. Exactly like she said. Trophy room. Chapel. Chapel gives me more flexibility. And I don't think I need all this money, so. Oh, it's a terrible place to put the boiler room. Let's do solarium. Sounds like the answer to something, but only thing I can think of is a riddle that requires a word, an answer, or an anagram. Yeah, I was thinking about the anagram thing too, and it's just like, that's barely any, that's barely any, like, letters to work with for an anagram, you know? So I feel like an anagram doesn't quite make sense because like what word do you make with Bo Lee? So I don't know, but it could be. I don't want to just completely discount it. Interesting being at the point where like I feel like I rarely actually want the money that I find. I'm only gonna want it when I get to like treasure trove. I'm getting so much of it today. The true treasure of the trove is not in this room. So, I believe you. Yes, I agree. How much do I need to buy out the showroom? Because I'm getting a good amount. I think I'd want to pull the vault and the treasure trove on the same day. Yeah, Bo Lee, like Ooble. I think Ooble is the closest thing I can get to of like a word. Ebolo? Well, speaking of the devil, there's the showroom. Might as well just buy stuff, I guess. Opens all normal doors. I just won't have to worry about. May rewind time after drawing new floor plans. Does that mean I can just keep drawing over and over again? That's paying gem cost would be phenomenal. These things are all generally very good. I went for the ones that I think are gonna let me do the most. I can't believe I pulled closet. I can't believe after all this, I pulled closet. He's not in the history books or anything related to the family, right? The only thing I've seen was the guy that caved in Um, the guy that caved in the home of like the bandits was his last name was Lee. That's the closest thing I've seen. I think we're kind of just done. I wonder if there's something to do in the planetarium. But yeah, no, Bo Lee has like never actually come up as a dude. I think we just call this. If all safes follow the same pattern, maybe all passwords do the same? Maybe all passwords do the same. If all safes follow the same pattern, maybe all passwords do the same. So you're talking about Bo Lee as a password. The passwords we've had so far have been Swan Song and then the last 4 letters of somebody's name. Okay, I have a thought. You think you're thinking what I'm thinking, Alora? Let's see. A new account was made. There we go. Now, is all that is just... So is the Bo Lee thing just saying that, like, that is basically just a way to log in as an admin if I don't know anybody else's? Maybe some info is different? There's hidden stuff. He has higher clearance. Yeah, I should check things more thoroughly. I'm being dumb. Okay. Leave. Let's see. So they're talking about the story there. Oh, hope it doesn't serve. It's fitting because we put him in a cave. Hope they don't suffer the same fate. So they are an admin, so they should have access to everything that Moore has. Lee B. 3 new admin keys have been added to the network's user database. Lee B, Prov C, and Hound U. Oh! The Hounds? Admin log view access restricted to the following admin keys. So there's stuff here that only they can see. We're playing something later this year. We need to make sure communication on here is not being archived. Now, I wonder if these are the 3 people who did the pretty decent delay in chat. If you refresh, it should improve the delay. Yeah. Playing something later this year. We need to make sure communication on here is not being archived. Are there additional steps we can take to ensure privacy? Already taken care of. We are now bypassing message archiving. Randolph shouldn't notice anything out of the ordinary. Good. No one else on the estate knows we're here, other than Mary, of course, who saw Lee on Tuesday. Hanyu has a plan to take care of her. Oh no, this isn't the... The body's not discovered. The last thing we need is for the Red Guard to be snooping around here. How... She won't be found, rest assured. She won't be found? This is first for now. I'll meet you all at the safe house in Reddington in 4 days. Then once the inquiry is over, we'll proceed with our plans for the museum. But Mary ended up resuming operations. This is months later. Welcome back, Lee. I've been camping out of the old schoolhouse for the past month waiting for your return. It's spacious, quiet, and should prove to be an effective base of operations outside of the purview of the staff and the Baron. So the Baron doesn't know that they're doing this. We should have an opening on the first day of September. Can we be ready by then? I don't see why not. Negotiations for transportation are in the final stages. If all goes well, we'll have air passage to Nuance secured for that date. I think Moore is planning a scheduled maintenance soon, so we should likely wrap things up here. It takes time to scrub these logs. They might fall under some scrutiny in the near future. Delisted and deleted from user database. Archive access. There's mention of archive footage before, right? Maybe? Now, who's Ruat H? Oh, that might be the person who was investigating them. What do I do with this information? So I'm assuming that they have. So who has archive access? We need to find somebody with archive access. Clearly, these are. Really? Very possibly, Alora. So it's interesting that only Lieb still has... Who did they kill? Mary knows they're here. Their plans for the museum. None of those names. Well, I mean, so I mean, they're not using their real names. That's like the main thing to take away from this. They're not using their main names. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. So I don't use admin keys here. I just use the password. So this is an 87. February 87. Advanced experiments. So this is one of the new things we can do. I wonder what this is like. Man, okay. Oh. Permanently increase your lockpicking skill? Remove a crate from the tunnel. The tunnel system? Or is it both? Is it both? Gain a key for every 30 steps is cool. Yeah, though I'd be very worried about... I shouldn't have done that. So, I'm supposed to be able to get email from outside, but I guess the email is still localized. So I need to get into those rooms to see if any additional emails have shown up. Oh. So he was emailing her in the shelter in February of 87. People were hiding out down there. Shortly before, so they thought, wow, okay, so they thought they were going to kill her. They ended up not killing her. So she ended up joining them, basically. Camping out of the old schoolhouse for the past month, waiting for your return. So can I figure out which guy was there? So they were going to kill her. But then she ended up joining the team, is what it sounds like. Holy shit, guys. Gotta draw that throne room now. True, throne room is on the table now. Do you think it's gonna be as simple as just drawing the throne room and the key's just gonna be there? It probably won't be that easy, right? There'll be like something I need to solve to like prove that I'm worthy of the crown or whatever. Okay. Tunnel. Let's just find out. Oh, son of a bitch. This is a great spot to try for boiler. Let's do that. Am I just wasting my time if I try the tunnel thing? He's trying to do tunnel. Just a terrible fucking idea. Like, to clear boxes. Is that like just clearly not what it does? Oh my god, stop giving me red rooms, dude. I don't want your fucking red rooms. Oh, but I'm protected from red rooms. I pulled shelter. I'm protected from red rooms. I should have just... I mean, it's fine. So actually, this is a great time to pull weight room, because that gives me a ton of options. Also a good time for passageway. Passageway gives me a shitload of options. I just need to keep getting as many options for drawing things as I can. Dark room is great here. We're gonna try to get... We're trying to get... Let's do that. There's laundry. I can boost my allowance by like 30 something. But then my stars are like But then my stars are really bad. I don't think I want my stars to be that bad. I don't know that I need my allowance to be that high. That's all it does? Stars are good. I get very good, like that's a getting rid of that entire resource is really rough. I really don't want to get rid of that entire resource. There's something else in this room? Bleach. It took a very long time to get stars back up. I spent so long building it up. I don't know what else there could be in this room. But it is weird, right? Like, it feels like this room should have something important in it. It's rare enough. Like, I just think there must be something. I just have no idea what. I have literally nothing in my inventory. But it would get my allowance up over 70, which would just be nuts. Is it better to have that money every day? No. Come back when I got some items? Let's see. See if I can get any items. The way my luck's been. Yeah, East Wing Hall makes sense. Okay, well, Attic will give me some goddamn items, that's for sure. Chapel lets me keep going. I have no money for Pig to take. Closed exhibit is only showing up in ways where I can't access the back, and it's really pissing me off. Did I notice the trash can? In the laundromat? Or in the servants' quarters? I feel like I searched... Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I've read this before. He was the guy that had a temporary admin key. Unless there's any reason why I would want to sign into his account. Well, it's his key's gone, so I wouldn't be able to access it again. Yeah. Man. Don't have a key card this time. Let's just do this so that we've got a higher chance of pulling the throne room, because I assume it's a rare room. Treasure trove again. I think we might be busting here. Yeah. I feel like we have lost the plot a little bit. Oh my god, yeah, everything's locked. Laundromat's over there. I guess I could check and see if I did actually end up getting... Laundry can get me keys, yes. Oh, god damn it. However, I'm swiftly running out of steps. So I'm wondering if what I should do is just run down to the tunnel and see if some boxes cleared out when I put a tunnel in. Because, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna... I'm basically just out of steps. I don't know where all my steps went. I guess I ran back and forth out here a lot. Are we just as boxy out here? We look just as boxy. Okay. So I need to do the experiment then to move boxes. I think that's the vibe. I think that's what we're dealing with. Weird day, but not the worst. I think I can do one more day, and then I should probably call it. Especially with, like, the speed... Oh, I had keys right here the whole goddamn time. Well, I only have a couple steps. Let's try and pull something interesting. Let's just end the day in the planetarium. Get some stars. Okay, what are we doing? What is the goal for this last run? I mean, pulling the throne room seems like a big thing. I feel like what needs to happen, though, I bet with the throne room, what I need to do is I need to get the crown out of the closed exhibit and then take it to the throne room. He said he was living out of this old schoolhouse, yeah? Remember to give Mrs. Peterson her gift. What is that about? That's not going to be there. That's not there for no reason. He was hiding out in the old schoolhouse. Herbie. The IE are suddenly lowercase? Is that just a kid being dumb, or is that like... There's really like no detail that's worth overlooking here. Anything that's smashable here? Come here with a power hammer and see if I can like break through stuff. I would not be surprised if that were the case, but I don't know what it would be. I got everything useful in the room. I think the only thing I got in that room was just turning the spigot, you know? I guess now I got the classroom. Should I do a classroom run? I don't know if I'm ready to... And adding classrooms, that's fair. You can treasure maps in this room. Yeah, fuck it, let's do this. I don't think I've ever actually gotten the fixed stars out of there. Out of the library. I think I've only looked at the one that was here. Yeah. Oof. That's some rough draws to get here. I feel like pulling the archives would just put me off to a real bad start. I just don't want that. pulling a lot of dead ends. Even though I made the closet rare, it feels like it still shows up a lot. One's place should still just be 6. Yeah. 7 round of the tens place should just be 10. 10. Yellow is minus, right? Oh god. Yeah, purple's division, yellow's minus. Okay, so it's 10 times 11, rounded to the hundreds. That's going to be 110. It's going to round down to just 100. Divided by 20, it should be 5. Okay. 11 and a third times 3 is going to be 34. So that rounds to 34. Minus 20, minus 6, and then minus the 36, it's minus 28. I said it was 34 minus 28? 34 minus 28, that's what I said? So 6? No. Oh, God. Okay. It's 5. Okay. 11 and a third times 3 should just be 34. You're running to the oh, I'm so dumb. You're running to the tens place, so it ran down to 30. And then it's that minus 20, so it's 2. Yeah. I rounded to the ones place instead of the tens place. Did I communicate the math stuff efficiently enough that y'all understand what I'm saying when I talk about it? Or did I, like... I don't know. I feel like I often just have long conversations with myself. Sounds like magic to me. So the answer is no. I've not made it super clear. Let me draw. Guys, this might just be a really early run. Alright, well, yeah, it was nice knowing you. So here's the thing. I'm not an idiot, you know? There's clearly something here. There's clearly something here. It's got to do with this fucking crest. That's the thing. I'm missing a lot when first watching. It's kind of zen out when you say fancy math words. I don't know if it's fancy. It's just interesting that they have like their own... They have their own PEMDAS, basically. This is clearly a thing. So that's the Swanson. That's the Sinclair half. That's the Epson half. And there's a fucking knight helmet on top of it. It says 1213 in Roman numerals. It says 1213. There's clearly something here, and it's driving me insane because I've known, I've thought that since like the first couple hours of playing the game, and for everything that we've figured out and everything we've done, I have not felt like I've made any progress in understanding this room. There's no way that all this room is here's 3 diamonds. That can't be it. I refuse to believe that's it. But I don't know what else to think. And now it's over. We're already just out of stuff we can do. So I'm just going to go to sleep. And we actually will do another day because, like, that was a 5-minute day. So I don't want to end on that. So we'll do one more. It's a very late game puzzle. Fascinating. Just so you don't get stuck on it for too long. So it's something that I just can't do now. I got to do it later. It's so funny because, like, it has been clear to me that there's something going on there for a very long time. It is good to know that it's something I'm not supposed to get early. Sometimes you just have wasted days. Is the biggest thing I should be doing now just pulling the throne room? Like, should it really just be trying to pull the throne room? Because it's clearly an important thing to do. But I feel like I'm going to want... I have a number of goals. And they all are just so luck dependent. That or the other keys? Yeah. I forgot what was left. So I need to do the Mechanarium. And the Mechanarium one is just hard. Lucky Rabbit's fine now. The Mechanarium one is just hard. Like, it just is. I need to pull... I need to pull so many specific rooms. And now there's the throne. I had thought that the closed exhibit was the key to the throne. But I think that... I think for the throne room, it's either I need to pull the closed exhibit and get the crown from there and then take it to the throne room. Or I need to get into my bedroom and grab the crown there and then go to the throne room. I found a wrench once. And the wrench definitely makes it easier. Does it make it more likely that you pull mechanical rooms? I have pulled it before. And I was like, oh, this is useful and interesting, but I very rarely see it come up. Does not seem like a very common item. Alright. I rented this a while ago? Oh. And it is just the exact same version that's in... It's very interesting that specifically my grandma had it. You can adjust the rarity of mechanical rooms. So I just want to make them all very common, basically, if I can get the wrench. Why is this book here? What's the deal with the book? I should just pull the vaults that it's here in case I get a key. Because, yeah, then the other vault key, or, yeah, the other sanctum key is just these vaults. That guy scared the shit out of me. I think that's kind of the frustrating thing about where I'm at in the game currently, is it feels like... I feel like I know what I have to do for a number of things. And it's just getting the RNG to align and allow me to do the things that I know I need to do. Drawback press. Well, I'm moving up a lot and not much is happening. Just pull that, whatever. Okay, we're at keycard territory. Showroom wouldn't be bad, but I don't have the stuff for it. I mean, hallway's good. Let's do hallway. Courtyard is pretty solid. Let's do that. I'm genuinely surprised to hear that there's nothing in the ballroom for me to find. It seemed like such an important room. I guess really my only reason for thinking that is that it's so big. It seems so lavish. Cloister's a pretty good pull, I think. But I have the foyer, right? No, I don't. I didn't pull it. Ah, oh, fuck, I thought I pulled it. What am I missing? I feel like I'm kind of dead ending. Does not feel like I'm making a lot of progress. on the last several runs, which is interesting because like some big things did happen. You know, we have made some progress today, but I think there's just been so many runs where it's felt like everything's just stopped dead in its tracks. It's been very frustrating. Gives me another star. This music is because of the music room, right? It's pretty nice. How many more questions are there still to solve? 3. And we can't access any of them yet because the reason we need them, or we need the keys, basically. Here, I wanted to do something, though. Doesn't matter. We're not setting him offline. Let's log in the network from here and check the emails from here. All security camera recordings, live surveillance has been approved, but the Baron no longer wishes to have tape logs of activity on the estate. It may seem like a security risk, but I promise good reasons behind this seemingly unsound decision. Now, what is it going to take to start actually getting email from we in theory can get new emails now, but I don't know how to make that happen. Let's see if we can get an experiment to happen. Now, I guess the question is, can we permanently remove boxes? Now, are those crates going to be permanently removed or not? Okay, so I know. So I really want to pull some chamber levers here. Damn. Okay, it's a bust. How about you? There's a chamber lever in here, and I would love to pull it. If I can get some more keys, then I can try more. I think we go underground and we pull an antechamber key. Or we pull the antechamber lever that's down there. I think it only makes sense. It's simply the most reasonable course of action. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. There's a key, but we're already all the way here. That's one. I think that's permanent. I think that's permanent crate removal. I hope it's permanent. It's going to be very upsetting if it's not. Now, here's the question. If I sit here and I pull this lever up and down and up and down, can I just permanently do all the lever? Can I just keep removing crates? No. They thought of everything. Damn. They know. They knew exactly what my dumb ass was trying to do. They nipped it in the bud. Alright. Let's do some crazy math. 4. 23, rounded up to the tens place, it's going to be 20. 10 times 2, 20. Minus 2. 18, rounded to the tens place is still 20. Minus 3 for 17, rounded to the tens place is just going to be 20 still. Okay, 16. Times 2, 32, rounds to 30. Divided by 10 is 3, plus 2, 5, rounded to 10. It's going to be 10. Nice. Let's see. Magic. It's all just math magic, baby. It is truly like there's still stuff in here? What's still in here? Is there a piece of gold on right there? Okay. So here's the thing, I could try... Oh, God, it's so many steps to get to the Great Hall, though. I could guarantee I pull the lever, though. I can guarantee a lever pull if I get there. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 steps to get there. 26. Ooh, man, I would not be able to... It's either I go pull there, and then I don't have enough steps to... Yeah, I wouldn't have enough steps. I think we go underground. It's going to take a shockingly small amount of steps. I'll take that sledgehammer. Well, I've got, like, no shit on me. Okay. It'll take very few steps to get the underground lever. And if we do that, maybe I can find food or something that will allow me to, what am I thinking? Maybe I can find food or something that will allow me to then get back to the, actually no, this is better, because then I only have to do the 13 steps once, actually. So if I can get back up here and get back into the house with like 15 steps or something, then I should be good. And I use shockingly few steps to get to the end of this hallway. So we should be okay. It's very funny that like every little room will take as much, if not more, energy than running the entire length of this thing. I hope this lever counts. It should. Dun, 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 dun. I should put on... That's another crate gone. I should really just put on Blueprints music. Like, atmospherically. Certain songs. Some of them are creepy. But like the music room music, it's incredibly relaxing. The fucking craft behind this game. Do you understand what a miracle it is that this game exists? Just making something that truly is unlike anything else that people have made. I really hope this shit's permanent, because I'm gonna get tired in that house, and I'm not gonna have steps to... You know what? I can go take a look. There's a dude just screaming outside. Okay. Actually, let's think this through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We can make it. This all just counts as the grounds? Okay. We will have... The attic music's really good as well. Yes. I don't know about you guys. This still just feels like a lot of crates to me. I'm actually not noticing a difference. I think I need to move a lot of crates. If it's genuinely one by one, I feel like they're starting with the crates in the back that I can't even see. But we can get this third lever. And I think it's worth it. There's like 12 or more crates. Oh my god. Okay, well, we're gonna get 3 today. Ooh, I forgot Jim was gonna hit me. We should still have enough, though. Assuming I don't waste anything. Yeah, we have enough. Cloister. There we go, baby. Alright, you were going to be behind one of these. There it is. Okay. That's 3. That's 3. Is there anything worth doing here? I don't think so. You know what? Actually, there is one thing worth doing. Try to draw one last cool final room. None of that shit's cool. Let's go pet the dog. Wait, you want pets now? You're on a completely different side. You didn't want pets before. I don't think I've pet this one before. Usually it's that guy. I wish I could just set them free. Well, you want pets? Imagine if you got the throne right there. That would have been incredible. I probably wouldn't be able to actually do what I needed. Well, so here's the thing. Even though I did get the Sanctum key from it, I would have lost it. Because I wouldn't have the steps to go take it downstairs. Truly just kind of, you know, fucked over. You want pets now too? What am I doing? two of you. So they like randomly. It's just random every day, like which dogs want pets. Fascinating. Well, we should call it here. Progress was definitely made, but man, it certainly feels like I'm just not drawing the stuff that I want to draw. I guess we learned a couple things. We saw that the laundromat had some special stuff. And I spent a lot to get it, and then realized I didn't actually like it. So that's unfortunate. We got another vault key down, so that's 3 vault keys done. We started getting crates out of the tunnel. We got the satellite dish and downloaded the new experiments, which is how we did that in the first place. So I guess that's actually huge. We got all the microchips. Progress has been made. It's feeling like there's just a couple things I was really hoping to do that just were not coming up. But it is what it is. I should really just write down... Why don't we go ahead and do that? Goals. Collect more vault keys. Draw... closed exhibit with an exposed back. Draw all mechanical rooms and mechanarium in one run. Draw throne room. Remove all crates from tunnel. Get monk blessing again. We want to try monk blessing. What else? What else are our goals right now? Ace the final exam, though I haven't been pursuing that recently. We know where it is and how to get to it. What other goals do we have? I have all 3 of the keys there. Do you want a hint without context? For what? Oh, I guess that's the context, huh? Yeah, so you can't really tell me for what and not give me the context. Does it feel like I would benefit from a hint? I guess is the thing. What's the goal? What's the goal of providing the hint? Make life a little easier. Okay, yes. But not give away a puzzle? Okay, yeah, if it's a quality of life thing, that's probably fine. I'm very curious. 77 gold? Well, that's definitely not how much I need to buy out the showroom. Oh, I guess I should have that one. Buy out showroom. 77 gold. I'm assuming that's related to the throne room or something. I don't know what that means. currently. Okay. Guys, thank you for watching. I will be back tomorrow, and likely on Sunday as well. I wanted to make some big progress on this. I really want to. I want to see everything in this game, and I want to. I want to see everything, so that I can put it behind me, satisfied, and move on to other games. But yeah, thank you for the companionship, and the help, helping me figure this stuff out or guiding me along. I'll be able to join tomorrow evening, but afternoon I'll be here. Okay, so an earlier... Oh, man, I got a game in the afternoon, though. I will stream as early as I can, but I'm finishing my Lancer campaign tomorrow, so it'd have to be after that. But we're starting at noon tomorrow, so it's pretty early. You're 3 hours behind me? Oh, then you're actually probably fine. Yeah, if you're West Coast, you're actually probably fine. Because I should be starting... Because we're starting at noon, so we're starting that Lancer game at 9 your time. Okay. Yeah, we're probably fine. I'm going to start as early as I can. We'll see how it goes. All right. Thank you for joining, everybody. I will see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow night, so I might not make it. So it just sounds like I should just be trying to play early. So I'm going to try to play early, and we'll see what happens. All right. Good night, everybody.